the past couple weekends have been like super crazy. Basically, I'm just gonna start this video off by going over the tube front end that we did down in Idaho from Cinder Track Fabrication, because I don't think I filmed much of that when we were doing it. And then I don't think I got that much footage at park, but I did get a couple clips, some GoPro and some outside footage. And my buddy Mark, who filmed our 100K video, filmed some stuff for us too. So that'll be in this video after I'm done talking and shit. But I just wanted to start this video off by going over the tube front on the 240 over there. Big news on the Corolla too, but that will be in a different video. This is all the stuff that broke last weekend at the Villain Sportsland event. Charles came through with a new radiator, a new intercooler for me. I owe Charles so much. If anyone is interested in going and checking out his Instagram even, I'll have that over the screen. Go tell him that he's awesome, because he's awesome. Here's the tube front. Nice little catch can there. I'll grab something to prop this hood up. So yeah, there it is. I'm gonna have to get a bash bar built soon. It goes from the frame rail. There's a little main hoop down from the front of the frame rail that goes under the radiator and around to the other side. And there's these that go from the top of the frame rail up to the top of the strut tower. There's the main hoop that goes from the strut tower here all the way around, mounted the radiator to it. Still have to mount hood pins to this so that we can lock the hood down, but it runs all the way to the other. I was really surprised at how different the car drove. It really is a big difference. Like, the whole front end seems so much more planted. Car drives really great. I had a blast at park this weekend. I drove this setup at park and it did wonderful. I was driving all day, both days mostly, but it did kind of suck because my temp gauge was reading super duper hot. Like, after a couple runs at park, which is like a 1:20 long run as compared to Evergreen, which is like a 30-second run at tops. My temp gauge was reading super hot at around like 250, 240, sometimes even hotter. And I was like, damn, something's really wrong. Like, I thought I blew a head gasket, and I was getting off track like after every lap to go cool down and like hose down my shit like after every lap, which kind of sucked because I ended up figuring out that my temp gauge was just reading wrong. It's awesome now because obviously my car is staying cool, but I wish I would have known that because I would have got a lot more track time. Thanks to everyone who helped out. Maurice, my buddy Maurice, a lot of you guys might know. DJ wasn't able to come down, so Maurice was like, hey, would you mind if I tagged along in the truck with you? And I was like, hell yeah. And so he came down to park with me. First, we drove 8 hours to Idaho to get the tube front done. Maurice came with me, and then from there we went to park, which is another 8 hours, and Maurice drove half of that drive, so that was super awesome. And the dude is like a fucking wizard. And any problem you ever have, Maurice will figure it out with whatever he's got. Big shout out to Maurice. If you guys want to follow him, I'll have his Instagram over the screen here. He honestly just helped out so much, and I really appreciate everything he did for me. And same goes for Charles. I crashed my shit at Villains, and Charles was like, I'll take it home, I'll get this shit started, and we're gonna drive park next weekend. So I can't believe how generous everyone is to me. I'm super gracious and thankful for everything. My car is so dialed right now, like it's driving perfect, and I'm super hyped. June 17th is the next round of Grassroots, so that will be the next time I'm driving. Today is DriftCon, but I wasn't able to make it. But yeah, thanks to Maurice, thanks to Charles, thanks to Chappie, which is Charles's buddy that helps with all the fabrication stuff. Thanks to Keegan, and big shout out to Keegan because him and his buddies put his car back together after he crashed at the Villain Sportsland event, and they helped me out this weekend at park. Thanks Alex, he helped out too. Tough luck with him though, because he blew up his second gear and fucked a couple wheels. But yeah, thanks to everyone who came out and said hi at park. That was awesome. Sorry DJ wasn't able to make it this time. He had school and stuff, but hopefully next time. I guess I'm just gonna go from this to all the clips I have from park, and hope you guys enjoy it. And thanks again to everyone who helped me out this weekend and the past weekend. All right, I'm back in Idaho in the shop that we built the cage in, and Charles is building me a tube front today. Earlier today we were working on Charles's car. We had a bit of issues, but we ended up figuring it out.
Yeah, I'm vlogging too, so not quite.
Check out Charles's channel for sure. We're gonna be working on the tube front today, and then tomorrow, if we still have more stuff to do, we'll do that. But tomorrow we're heading to park. Yep. And then Summer Jam is Sunday and Monday. So Charles and I are both driving on Sunday and also Monday if our cars hold up. We gotta do a little bit of stuff to Charles's car after we finish the tube front as well.
We'll see how crazy we get. We may tube front mine too.
Hell yeah.
Did you give him a rundown on mine at all?
I do
it just like Chappie and be like, this is my 1JZ drift car. This is my 500 horsepower IS 300.
This is what DJ could have been.
This is where DJ could have been, but he chose not to. This is actually the resurrection car from my Cressida car. And we took all the drivetrain and we slammed it in this thing in about 2 weeks. Several weeks ago, but 2 weeks it took us to get it going. And had a great time with it. Took it to a couple events. Ended up cooking cylinder 3 on the last motor. Had low compression, so we went and got this from our buddy Jason Lazo up in Boise. Hooked us up with a pretty good deal on a 1J. So me and Quentin this morning threw this thing in, and it was quite the ordeal.
And it wasn't working in the first place.
It did not start at first, and that was not cool. Because, I don't know, that's how that works, I guess.
But then we called Jake Wicks.
Yeah, Jake Wicks, he was like, hey, do you have the cam sensors hooked up correctly? And then we swapped them around and the thing fired right to life, so.
Yep.
Very hot.